Hello, and welcome to another episode of Chapter Chat. I am Jazz.
And this is Stephanie. Hola, mi gente. How are you? Jazz, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
We're doing good. We're doing good over here. I can't believe it. We're at episode 5 already. Every time we do another one, it's just like, wow, we're still doing this. People still want to listen.
Right. I'm loving it though. I just love talking about books.
I know. I can't believe people want to listen to us ramble about books, but I can do that all day.
So we want to talk about fall read genres. Like, what are the genres that you think are fall that are cozy? So, since we're approaching fall, I wanted to talk about this. For me, I think it includes cozy reads. When we think about comfort foods, we think about soups, things that are warm and hearty, fulfilling, something to share with the family. So in terms of reads, I think it's similar. It's a book that you can curl up with, have your blanket, get snuggled and cozy with a cup of cocoa or something else that's warm, like hot apple cider, and just dive in to the book. It's something that is comforting. Family books with family drama, detective novels. They all would have relatable characters and plots that are not too complex. Some plots are a little bit too complex and heavy. I don't see cozy reads being too complex and heavy. In contrast, though, I think the fall reads also involve the dark and stormy mood of fall, which can include your thrillers, suspenses, and horror novels.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely agree with that. When I think of fall, I definitely think of cozy and calm. I'm a nor'east girl, so I think of the changing colors of the leaves and, seasonal things like hay rides or apple picking, things like that. Um, but it also comes with a bit of nostalgia. So when I feel that crisp bite of cooler air start to come in, it immediately brings me back to the first days of school, being a kid, getting excited for the new school year, and that freshness. Also, American football season starting and spooky season. So anything that's got to do with fall sports, football, some basketball, definitely brings me into a fall feeling. And then, anything having to do with spooky season is right up there. You've got your witches and your ghosts and your mysteries and your horror movie books. So I think that all those things kind of just bring me into that fall feeling um, of just like that great, I don't know, that great energy, that cozy, warm energy that you're talking about.
Yeah, true. I get it. Definitely.
Super excited for the blankets to come out.
So this month is Hispanic Heritage Month, and I myself have been looking at reading um, a few books in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. I will be reading Big Chicas Don't Cry and Too Soon for Adios.
All those are great, great books.
Really, yeah, I can't wait to read it. And Big Chicas Don't Cry, it's about these cousins, Mari, Erica, Selena, and Gracie, who are inseparable growing up together. And we all, if you come from a big family, you know how tight cousins can be. Uh,
Yes, yes.
yeah, they prove sometimes that blood is not only thicker than water, but deeper. And they share secrets and their fierce love for their abuelita. And that all comes to an end when Mari's parents divorce and she has to move away. And I think that she's kind of like the glue of that group. And because after she leaves, that tight knit group begin to unravel. So they begin to separate. And then 15 years later, they come together again as they face the trials of life. They may need each other. And there's one particular trial that shakes them to their core. And, over the book, you get to come to know if they can overcome those 15 years of separation to help each other through one of the most difficult trials that they've ever faced.
Yeah. That book, actually, I listened to the audio of that, actually, Jazz. And as I gotta tell you, the book is amazing, but listening to it on audio as someone from Latina heritage, it really brought a deeper connection into it. So I think you're really gonna love this. Just the cultural parts of them, doing family things and family traditions. I don't want to spoil it for you, but that you're gonna love this book. Amazing.
Yeah, I got that impression. And, just reading about it, I feel like this is one that looks like a movie that I would love to watch. So, you know, producers out there, maybe look at adapting some of these books that we're recommending.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'll also be reading Too Soon for Adios, which reminds me that I need to write a book inspired by my family. But anyhow,
Don't we all?
Gabby meets her father at her mother's funeral. That's wild in and of itself, you know.
Yes, agreed.
And he wants to give her a house after being missing her whole life. And she has conditions for this house. And during those conditions, she meets someone new and learns the truth about what happens with her father. So I sense a lot of family drama with this and secrets. So I'm really looking forward to reading it.
It is a great one. Another one that I listened to the audio again. It was just so great. The family ties, the secrets, the little bit of learning who you are and learning from your past, and uncovering the secrets, like you said. It's another one. I mean, really, you hit the nail on both of those books. I think those are great books to read for Hispanic Heritage Month. Any time of the year is great, but especially for Hispanic Heritage Month, Josh, you're really good. You really hit the nail on those two recs right there. You're gonna do great with those two.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. And I think this one I can see being a series, which I want to hear, but we'll save it for the end. Some recommendations about things that we think should be adapted. What are
Oh
your
yeah,
recs?
we could definitely chat about that all day. But for Hispanic Heritage Month, guys, I've been in such a reading slump lately. I haven't been reading anything new. I'm still in the middle of my skim for the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, but I am looking forward to hopping back onto the new book train sometime soon. I do have to finish Lauren Asher's Lakefront Billionaire series. Book 3 is out now, or coming out soon. But I am on book 2, which is Love Unwritten, which is a cute little single dad romance with the nanny. It's super cute. The child is differently abled. I believe it's a hearing situation. Um, but yeah, it looks super cute. I read the first one. I was really excited for it, and I've read Lauren Asher's books before, so I am excited to read about that one. And then I read The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. I actually listened to the audio earlier this summer. And so I'm excited to read The Wedding Crasher, which is the follow up book to that one. So super excited to read that. Both of them romances because Avi. I'm also really excited. There's an upcoming author that I came across on Instagram. I've chatted with her a bit. Her name is Kimberly R. Vargas, and she's got a debut novel coming out in October, just around the end or right after the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. But it's called The Dance. And it follows this woman, Laura, who has basically given up everything, including her dreams for her family. And then her husband leaves her. Um, and I mean, we've seen it all before. She was determined to get him back, and someone else comes into her path. And I'm really excited for this book to come out. Really excited to support another Latina author during Hispanic Heritage Month. And I hope that she has a successful release on that. But other than that, I mean, I'm really trying to get into my books. I do want to say there is one specific book that you guys have heard me talk about before. It's by Laura Rios, and it's 10 Steps to Becoming a Latina. I think that is one of my favorite Latina centered books, and it really does. does encapsulate the struggle of being a first gen Latina and kind of being an American, but also being Latina in this country, and where the line is drawn, what makes you Latina specifically, as far as, you know, do you speak Spanish? Do you eat or cook Spanish food? Things like that. And so that book, if anybody's ever looking for a read, that is always going to be my number one rec.
Awesome. So,
So September, so much is happening. You know, we've got Hispanic Heritage Month. Summer, unfortunately, is rapidly coming to an end. Jazz, can you believe it? Where did it go? So in September, like I said, guys, I've been in this reading slump. I'm looking forward to finally getting out of it. Um, I am still on this this series reread. But I think I'm on book 19 now, so out of like 26 or something like that, Jazz. So I'm getting to the end. But there are two books that have previously been released for the series that I have not read. So I'm hoping, because I'm already immersed in this world, that I will be able to read those two books immediately after. And those are called Lassiter and Beloved, which is crazy because Beloved actually is the story, the like love story book of a child that was born in like the third book of the series. And it's like wild to think, like, when you look at the publishing date, like, oh no, yeah, like this kid would be 20 something years old. So it would make sense that, you know, they could now have a love story book. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish those two up in September, along with the rest of the series. And if I don't have too big of a book hangover from being stuck in the Black Dagger Brotherhood world for probably close to 2 months, I'm hoping to jump right into Hispanic Heritage with those reads, and just get into that as well. And hopefully finish the year off strong because I'm so behind in my book reading challenge, my book goals. Oh, it's been crazy.
yeah, busy times, man.
What about you? What are you looking forward to come September, Jazz?
Thank you. Yeah, and it is September for Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you for reminding me of that. I misspoke earlier, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Nikki Payne's new book, The Prince and the Spy, the Princess and the Spy, excuse me, which drops in September on the 13th. She redid a couple of Jane Austen books, Pride and Prejudice and Sensibility and
Sense and Sensibility, right?
Sense and Sensibility. Yeah, she redid those books.
Yeah,
Her
I
book
have
is
both those books actually on my TBR too.
right, and it's real. They're really good. The way that she Pride and Protest is one of my favorite books. I really love that book. It's a slow burn, so if you love a slow burn, that's one for you. So I'm really looking forward to Spy Tales. Her Princess and the Spy, which I love Spy Tales, so I'm all for this. I'm really looking forward to that. And I think that's it that I'm looking forward to in September. I'm looking for more new things to read. Um, Now we did talk earlier about things that we would like to see adapted, and I think for me, uh, Big Chickas Don't Cry, even though I haven't read it, I can just tell. I would like to see Pride and Protest adapted, and also I'm trying to remember her name right now. It's escaping me, but she did a Queen series. That I would like to see adapted. I'll find her at the end. Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, I have quite a few books that I would love to see adapted. Although I would like to preference that with being, I want to see them do a correct adaptation. Okay, don't whitewash it. Don't slim down the characters. I want these characters to be jumping out of the book, kind of. But with that said, I would really love to see the KMU University series. Oh, good lord, Ladarian Williams book, Blood at the Root. I would love to
Yeah.
see that turned into a series. Book two is coming out. I'm slowly making my way through the audio, but it's already amazing. And I think that would make a great TV series. It's a YA magic with black and queer characters in a magical HBCU. I mean, it's a different world with magic, and I can't see why that wouldn't that wouldn't work. I would love to see that. But other than that, I would also love to see Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop made into a movie. Probably end up being something that you would see on Passion Flicks or Lifetime or something like that. But I think that
Right.
that would make a really cute summer romance TV made for movie, you know?
Yeah, I would love to see Ladarian's book. And the author I was um not remembering, Alyssa Cole, I would like to see her Reluctant Royals come to the screen. Uh
Anything that Alyssa Cole writes, I want to see on screen.
right, exactly.
I don't think there's anything that she can do that I would not want to read, watch, or listen to.
Yes,
She
I've
does such
read
a great job.
everything.
She's pretty awesome, yes. Um so I think that I would also actually there is one more that I would like to see, and that would be like the Chicagoland Vampire series by Chloe Neal. I just I will never not watch a vampire series. It's just the way I am. It started with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's gone through True Blood and every other adaptation. They're kind of my obsession. So I would definitely love to see that show, that book series into a television show. Although, and the author has actually mentioned this about the lack of diversity in her series, especially considering that it is a series that takes place in Chicago. And so I think that making it into a TV series would be a great way to then diversify the series in a way.
Yeah,
If that makes sense. Does
it
that?
does, especially
I think
being in Chicago.
exactly. I
There
think
would
she
be
has like maybe like two black characters in the whole series. I mean, we're talking about like 8 books total between the sequel, and she actually mentions it. She talked about it a few years back about how there is a lack of diversity in her series, and that it was just a matter of she just didn't know how to write these characters without it seeming like they were just put there for a diversity part. She wanted to do it right, which I can respect. So I think this would, if somebody wants to pick that up and make it into a TV series, I think that would be a great way to then diversify it. And but the series itself is pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Um, so I think that we're good to wrap this up. Jazz, thoughts?
Yeah, I think so. I think coming up for next time we'll try to have some cozy recommendations and
Ooh, I can't wait.
more things to talk about. But yeah, it's at the end. I'm going to be working on coming up here for TV Cave. I'll be working on a new series that's coming out next month called The Girlfriend. It's an adaptation that was
Hmm.
adapted from a book, so it's actually pretty good. So I'm previewing it now. I'm on the last episode, so I'm looking forward to writing out that review. And, as always, covering Beyond the Gates and other things for TV Cave.
Awesome. Yeah, again, the slump has really gotten me. But I've got a couple of reviews and a couple of books coming up that I'm hoping to be able to plow through. And I will probably most likely be doing a full review of the Black Dagger Brotherhood because at this point I could probably write a book about it. So I might as well do a review. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you would like to see a Black Dagger Brotherhood review video or something to read on the site. And obviously, you could always do clips for social media. And with that, Jazz,
That is it for this episode of Chapter Chat brought to you by the TV Cave. It has been real. We are now on TikTok, so be sure to follow us and the TVK for all of your TV and movie news.
Woo!
It's been
We're on the TikTok. Bye, mi gente. Bye, Jazz.
bye.